another highlight I remember from the trip, and it's a bummer we don't have Phil on because it's one that Phil and I went through together. You decided to leave us for this fun adventure, but it was when we got into Victoria, Canada, BC, and we didn't have a place to sleep that night. So we basically went out looking for a place to sleep, hopefully finding, and we did. You went with two people to a small apartment, and Vince and I went to this house. And
Phil and you.
Yeah, Phil and I, we went to this house, and holy cats. We're like having a party. We weren't expecting it. And it was interesting to put into words, but that was probably the most angry Phil and I got at you, was the fact that you left us to experience this torture of a house. We got like 4 hours of sleep that night or something.
Yeah.
My question is, how did you guys fall into that position?
So we were in Victoria, and we just went out in the bars.
Yeah.
And I think our plan already, we already figured out we're not going to have a place to sleep. So we kind of made peace with sleeping in the car on some parking space in Victoria. And then we meet those 3-4 guys, and just went on drinking with them. And in the end, it was there's 2 flats we can go. And I went to the one flat with the girl.
That's fine.
And the others 2 had to go to the other flat with the guy who was partying with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I want to apologize at that point.
Well,
I ditched you.
Yeah, it worked out okay, because that girl you ended up going to the one flat with, we ended up re-meeting up with her when we were in Vancouver, BC, and we went to that comedy show and stuff, and she showed us around.
That was great. Yeah.
So it kind of came back around a little bit to help us out.
You guys, some of the stuff you guys do, especially from that trip, but also just in general, and Mark, it's like, you did what? You went into this person's house? You didn't even know them? All right.
Yeah, it was wild. Because Phil and I, that night, we were offered 3 different hallucinogenic drugs if we wanted. And both of us said no.
Like an intro to the darknet or something. I remember something like that.
Yeah, he showed us the dark web too, because he told us his whole business plan, what he does. It's not what he does for work, but it's like a little side gig hobby thing he does. So he basically goes on the dark web, and he'll buy these party drugs. A lot of them are hallucinogenic, or he'll go and buy Molly. And then he goes to music festivals.
Oh.
And he sells them at the festivals for a escalated price. Festival prices is what they call it. And he ends up doubling or tripling his money. And so he showed us it all. He goes on, he's like, yeah, you want to see what the dark web's like? And he just gets on his computer. He puts it on his TV, you're Chromecasting it or something, and he's just yeah, what do you want to buy? And I was like, first off, nothing, because this is kind of odd. But he's just yeah, if you wanted to buy heroin, he types in heroin. Sure enough, looks like eBay for heroin. And he's like, you buy it, comes to your house in 3 weeks. I was like, damn,
that's terrible shipping time, by the way.
I know, it's a bummer they don't have that Amazon Prime shipping.
Dark Web Plus. He's not paying for that subscription.